Today is Sunday, March 23rd. It's kind of breezy out here, so the audio I'm sure will be bad. I've just been cleaning up. It's gonna rain, so I put a cover. I covered the burn pit with a wheelbarrow because once it dies down with the rain and the wind, I'm gonna burn when I have my next day off. But I've just been cleaning stuff out. I'm gonna put a cattle panel here instead of that cheap wire. There's a lot of cilantro coming back in the beds. And those I had just thrown some seed onions in there, so they're coming up, so I'll just probably bury them. There is a lot of weeds in here. I've been picking them out and throwing them to the neighbor's cows. The asparagus, we've been eating off of it. We got a hard freeze, so it died. But they'll come back. The strawberries are looking okay. Obviously, a bunch of them died off. But I need to also top this over with compost. And maybe I'll dig these up and put them up in there. But they spread so quickly. They'll fill in. I have no doubt about that. The raspberries, I cut off the last year's canes. And then I'm going to try to trellis them up this, just to kind of keep them back from the pathways. We'll see. There's a lot coming up, especially in this one. The blueberry has little buds. That one is probably dead, but we'll let it go and just see. The goji berries, they all have leaves, and then those are just two wicking tubs that I'll just plant random stuff in. I can also take some of these strawberries and fill them back up in the beds, which I'll probably do that as well. And then I've just been pulling weeds, and I did plant some peas over along that section of the trellis. There's cilantro. These were just walking onions from the yard that come back. And I pulled all the waste baskets out of there that I had been throwing compost in, and there was definitely a lot of worms in them. So I do think that that helps to be burying the food scraps into these beds. And then where I put the paper mulch, when I pull it back, there's a bunch of worms under there, but I didn't find any grubs. But then on this side, when I was digging the weeds out, I found a bunch of grubs. So next year I will probably just cover all the beds with the paper mulch at the end of the season, and then see if that really does work to not get grubs in there. But I need to pull all the weeds out. We're going to take this down this year. There's a tree stump underneath here that we'll just try to chainsaw down to the ground and then let the berries go this way. And then, like rototill around. If they keep coming this way, we'll rototill around it and not rototill for going that way. Maybe get a couple more of them from the neighbor and try to just get them all planted in this area, and maybe put up a trellis or something to keep them contained. And we're supposed to get cattle panel, waiting for it to go on sale at Tractor Supply. but we're supposed to get cattle panel and then eliminate these because they just take up a lot of space, and it works, but the pots move back and forth even though they're sitting on bricks just as the ground is settling. And we used up pretty much all of our firewood. We just have a little bit left. So we need to get on top of getting trees as they fall down in the storms. There's 7 cows this year, or 6. I thought I saw 7. I think the first year they had 8 and it was too many, and then they went down to 5 and now 6. They start pushing in the fence steps right here. They'll end up pushing in to try to come in here and get food once they realize that the fence is weak, but they just push on it. So we keep straightening it back out. But before we put the wood back, we definitely need to straighten these out and clean the fence line all back up. I was putting cardboard there to keep the weeds down, which did work really well. It also stops the cows from pushing in to try to get the weeds there. So that helps. They are fun to watch. And whenever I'm out here doing something, they will end up like they were all just over at the fence line staring at me. It's a beautiful day, 61 degrees. The bluebirds are back out in their house. And then there's another birdhouse that my mom gave me, but the hole is too big. So we're gonna make the hole smaller and cut it open to get access to all the stuff inside and clean it out. And then put that up for them too. I saw online that purple martins are coming back up into southern Tennessee. So we might get the purple martin house out and try to get some in there. I think it'd be pretty neat because they catch a lot of flying insects. There's a little flower. I have to get the irrigation system up and going.